Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Reviews Weekly Show, where myself and Love Zach discuss a few of our things for the week, what we've seen, what we heard, what we want to talk about, what we discuss. And of course, you guys can leave comments below and discuss it. Love Zach, welcome to the Weekly Show. How you been?
Been good, man. Just kind of eager to ask you some questions in the tech space. I'm pretty sure you're very intrigued about it. I saw a nice report on CNBC. You was like, "Yo, that's the old news, bro."
Yeah, of course.
So we'll talk about it. I'll let you go ahead.
We're going to talk about it right now. So our first story of the day is going to be, what? You all right? You good?
Microsoft purchasing Activision and Blizzard for $68 billion, all cash. First of all, all fucking cash, bro.
That's correct.
That's insane to me, bro. And then Sony coming back and then copping Bungie for like $30 billion or something like that, all cash.
That is correct. So we're going to talk about Microsoft's first portion of it.
Yes. What's going on, bro? Because I got some questions for you. This is the depth.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
This is definitely the console. The console wars have begun, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always been there. We know this.
It always been there, but this is the new era of console wars, bro.
No, crazy. I agree. So, as you guys can see here from this article right here, so Microsoft definitely bought Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion.
All cash, humans. All cash money. No crypto, no Bitcoin, no Cardano, no Ethereum, no Ether. All cash. This is a tech space, bro. What's up? Of course.
All right, insane, let's get into it. What does this mean? So, for those people who are not gamers or who are gamers or who knows some of the games, what this means is Microsoft now owns Activision, which are games like Overwatch. They own Blizzard, which handles, games like StarCraft and Diablo and World of Warcraft, right? They also own Activision, which is like Call of Duty, and the other Activision lineups like, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, et cetera, et cetera. But another thing that they own that people don't really know and understand is King. King is the people behind Candy Crush. So now Microsoft owns those games, those not genres, but those titles, those big name games. Now, does that mean that Microsoft's going to go and say, hey, Sony, kick rocks, these games aren't coming to PlayStation? Of course not. Microsoft's still going to allow these games to come to PlayStation. It's still going to have either their exclusive rights or non-exclusive rights. Either way, Microsoft is not going to pull those games from Sony. I know people are worried about that, but that's not going to happen. What's going to happen?
Because that's what's buzzing right now.
Yeah, what's going to happen? Yeah, what's going to happen? And I believe we all know this to happen. And I mean, I'm not in the game industry, but this is what I think will happen as Microsoft wants to take over the gaming space, is they're going to have some type of exclusive in-game content for their consoles for these games versus Sony. You've seen Sony do it with one of the X-Men games where they were able to have Spider-Man in their game. Microsoft couldn't because Sony owns Spider-Man. So we're going to see the same kind of thing happen with Microsoft, where they're going to have some type of in-game exclusive things to make you want to play it on Microsoft. Now, the other big thing that Microsoft's going to do, 100%, Microsoft has something called Game Pass. $10 a month, you could play any of the games that they have there for $10 a month. This is huge. Yeah, this is huge. So what's going to happen here is Microsoft is then going to say, okay, you can play Call of Duty and every other title you want for $10 a month on our platform. Where on Sony, if you want to play Call of Duty, you got to shell out that $70. What's going to happen?
Time out, though. Here's my thing. So you're talking about subscription gaming. Where is that going? Like, is that a good thing? Because from what I'm seeing on the internet and Twitter, subscription gaming sounds cool, but I don't think the community is really trying to bang with subscription gaming.
I think the community is banging with it. I think what you're saying is not accurate. Some people might not like it, but it is banging because, again, unlike what I used to do back in the day, which is pay $20 a month and have GameFly send me.
Yeah, so I'm saying this subscription gaming is not new.
But hold on. But hear me out. Okay. That was a physical copy, right? So what that means is you get one physical copy, you send back that physical copy before you get another one. Okay.
Correct.
So for $20 or $10, whatever the price was, I don't remember, you had to get that game, beat it, and send it back to another game. Cool concept, but on the digital space is better. So what I mean by Game Pass, which I also have, that means Microsoft titles, I could download every one of them and play them for $10 a month at the same time. So Halo, Gears of War, Forza, these games, which cost $70 individually, I can have all three of them on my Xbox, and I can play each one of them. And I'm only paying one price of $10 a month.
So it eliminates you having to spend $60+ to purchase the actual digital game.
Correct.
Physical game.
Because
so the community is loving this then.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
A large part of the gaming community is loving this.
They're loving it so much that Sony now has to come up with their own Game Pass. And that's what Sony's working on currently. So to go back to that, this is why this is a very big, scary thing for a lot of gamers, is that Microsoft owning these AAA titles, these businesses, can now say on our consoles only, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, StarCraft, Overwatch, games that cost $70 a year for you to buy, just for you to return them or sell them afterwards. Now you can get them for $10 a month without paying anything extra. You can get them all.
So now for the gaming developers, they can't like this.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Because now, essentially, Microsoft is monopolizing the game. You're not going to have any type of developer control in terms of how you want to create games, because now you have this big giant tech company looming over your shoulder.
Yeah, I don't think Microsoft's going to stop them on how they want to develop their game. The Microsoft's going to push it because, again, you have to remember, Microsoft is not taking over the game development. They are owning the business. So what that means is it's not a Microsoft game anymore. Call of Duty is not a Microsoft game. Call of Duty still has to go on PlayStation, still has to go on, Nintendo. So those studios still have to shell out every year a Call of Duty game. You understand? The only difference, like I said, is Microsoft gives you the incentive of, hey, come play it on our side, because the $10 you pay a month to play Halo or to play Forza, you can also now just download Call of Duty. You don't have to go out and shell $70 on your Sony PlayStation. You don't have to go and shell out $60 on your Switch, because you already have the Game Pass. You click download, it's there. And because Call of Duty is a cross-platform game, you can play it on Xbox against those who got a PlayStation. For those who have a PlayStation.
But I'm still gonna play devil's advocate. Do you really believe like they really gonna do this non-exclusive, energy? Like I don't think so.
I think they will. No, you mean no? They will not, because to them that's losing money.
That's what I'm saying. They want it to be exclusive, so that way you have to purchase.
No. Microsoft is not in it to say, "Oh, purchase it only on Microsoft." No, they're not doing that. They make more money having it on all different consoles
because they already own the rights to the game.
Yes. So if you buy it on Sony, great. We don't care. That's our money. You have to buy a Sony system, granted. Listen, the next gen consoles aren't coming out for a while. We could say that, right? With certainty. This has only been a year.
So basically, Series X and PS5 is it for the next 15 years.
Not 15, but for a long time, right?
Okay.
So for Microsoft to say, we already know more people have PlayStations than they have Xboxes, right? So for Microsoft to say, and you can't get either one of the consoles right now. So for Microsoft to say, hey, we're not going to let you have this on PlayStation, they're going to lose money, because majority of people in their homes have a PS5. So you might as well
PS5 has been kicking
right.
Series X ass.
So you might as well still allow it on the console. The difference, like I said, is some in-game content might be better on the Xbox.
So I see that Sony did the big FU to Microsoft and copped Bungie.
That's correct.
Which we all know was the creator of Halo, because they have created Destiny, which is one of your favorite platforms, and that's like a live in-game platform, right?
Correct. So Sony went and did the big FU and purchased Bungie for $3.6 million. Now,
all cash, billions. Excuse me, all cash.
Billions. Yes, billions.
All cash. Again, all cash money.
Right. Yeah,
cash money.
Sony got that money, bro. What you worried about?
That's crazy.
So what does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Bungie, same thing. Sony's not going to sit back and go, "Oh, Destiny is on all consoles. Oh, we're going to stop it and only have it on PlayStation." Listen, to be honest, Sony could do that. Sony could do that.
I think Sony will.
But what's the purpose in that? Sony still got #1 best exclusives over Microsoft. Okay. Sony's, to me, I feel Gran Turismo series is still king to Forza. Yes, Forza's a great game. Forza's been out while GT been sleeping.
Yeah, they've been developing a new GTA for how many years now?
Right. So I get it, but Sony still have God of War. They still have Horizon. They still have Uncharted. They still have Ratchet and Clank. They still have #1 titles coming out of their Last of Us. They still got these games coming out of their camp where they don't really need to worry about this. But they could do that with Bungie. And I mean, to them, I don't think it's a good idea because, again, Bungie will profit from having it on both consoles. Sony will profit as well because you buy it on Xbox. They get their money. The only difference is, again, some type of in-game content should be key here. But speaking of GT, I'm going to segue real quick. So GT came out 2 days ago. I was looking to get... This
was my favorite game, which is crazy.
Yeah. And that's also track my favorite game from part 2.
Oh, wow. And I've not been hyped about this release of this game.
Well, because what happened was GT3 on the PS2 was like the best final one they had. PS3 version wasn't great. The last one they made was like a sport version, wasn't the best at all. But if you saw the reviews so far, as 9s and 10s they've been getting, they take it back to the roots. It's one of the best GT games out since the PS2. You hear that? Since the PS2. I'm gonna totally get that. So I checked it out. I checked to see when it came out 2 days ago. They have a normal version and a 25th anniversary version. 25th anniversary version is sold out because it lets you pre-order it. You know how GameStop do. They don't play that game. So I went out to get a haircut the other night, and I'm going to Walmart, and I found one of them on the shelf in Walmart.
What?
5 copies of the 25th anniversary GT. I said I'm going to get this because I do have a disc system PS5, and I did.
Oh, that's why you asked me this week if I had the disc, and then I said no, straight digital, bruh.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
he said, "Of course you do."
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hand 25th. I haven't opened it because I said, you know what? Maybe should I open it? Should I not open it?
Don't open it.
Should I just download a digital copy and leave this sealed? I might just do that.
Put that on your wall. Put that on your wall.
25th anniversary. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do with this is myself and Love Zach are going to play some GT when he's ready, when he gets it.
I'm getting it next week, bro. I just started, I didn't get everybody know I started my new job in the cover, so
I looked at some videos. It brought back some nice memories of being able to customize the car the way you want. Because of Love Zach, I was hooked on GT, learning how to change and get the gears right. Like I always played every car game automatic. Because of Love Zach, I started playing car games with stick shift. And
I like to smoke these dudes.
I cannot wait. to play Love Zach in this game. Record it, and we're gonna put it on reviews so you guys can see.
If y'all want to see our Madden battles, it's on my channel. Just go to Love Zach. Just type in LUVZAC. It's right there. It's no frills. It's just straight.
It's straight stuff. Yeah. But I'm talking about we're going to actually play it on reviews live. We'll do a live stream on YouTube and see our faces as those that get dusted with my Imprisonment STI.
He always with the Subarus and the Impressions. This is always his thing.
The Lancers and the Skylines. So
Skyline's my jaunt. I'm gonna grease them.
So we'll see.
And I'm gonna get an NSX. I'm gonna clean you up my NSX. I'm gonna get it.
Wow,
I'm definitely gonna get it.
And
I need a game to play.
And this is
until Madden comes out.
Right. It's a quick pick up and play. This isn't a,
That's what I want to ask you. Do you still gotta get the licenses and all jaunts?
I don't think so. I don't know. Like I said, I'll check it out between now and tomorrow, or the day after, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it.
I heard that they have a great online race, like 1v1 community where you can race online.
It's huge.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm telling you. So
now they're gonna be digital. They're gonna be digital car clubs online, bro.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm excited. I am excited. This has been a long time. I played Forza. It's cool. I'm not gonna say but GT is still the game in my heart. So,
I never really got into Forza. I never hated it, but it's just like I'm good. One thing about Gran Turismo, the music was always great.
Yes. So yes, it's gonna be great. They have great replay edit, so you can replay. You can change your edit the way you want when you do the replays. So it's pretty cool. So I can't wait.
Yeah, that was one thing about GT that was fire. The replay game was.
Oh yeah.
You always wanted to see the end of the race, how the race went,
how it came out. Yeah. So they have that still. So that's gonna be huge.
So
yeah.
What does this do for the gaming industry? Like, is this a good thing, or is this ultimately long term could be a bad thing?
It depends on what they both do. It could be good for the competition, the same way Madden and 2K was good as competition for one another until Madden brought the rights, and then it was shitty.
Straight Madden, yeah.
Right. So this could be good for the competition, and if they do not start doing exclusiveness, it will be great. It will be huge to see that Sony's like, whoa, you get Call of Duty in our system, you get this. Microsoft go, well, you get Call of Duty in our system, you get that. So I think it's great if they do it that way, but I know a lot of people are thinking it's going to be the opposite and it's going to be worse. So if these companies do the worst, then yes, it will be bad.
And the worst could be in console purchases, post Game Pass subscriptions.
Correct. And this also means that Nintendo
has to step up their game.
They do and they don't, because Nintendo has their games. They have their Zelda, their Marios, their Smash, their Mario Karts. Listen, they Pokemon, they have that. So
there's one thing about Nintendo. Nintendo's like, it always goes to my favorite question. We are 100% all for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo's like, yeah, we're for the kids, bro. We don't care about
they're coming out with a new Wii Sports and all. Nintendo is.
Are they coming out with a new console
though? An HD version, I think. No, they're not. Sony again. Nintendo's not doing that. So we'll leave it as that.
Nintendo's rooted. Yeah. I respect them. Me and Ken have been day one Nintendo first before any other console manufacturer and creator.
Correct.
Man, although I love Nintendo, I hate Nintendo because they're so rooted into their all for the kids,
especially with online.
All for the kids, bro.
Playing Smash Brothers, we can't even talk to one another. We gotta use the third-party application.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. In fashion news, I'm not sure if you knew, but it looks like Nike will be giving less stocks to Footlocker. So it looks like
it makes sense. This makes sense. I used to work for Nike. Nike wants, it's crazy. And I gotta be careful how I speak. Well, I don't work there no more, so I don't give a F. Nike wants you to go to their stores and buy their shit.
Correct. But where are the Nike stores now? In the city?
And that's
the problem. Malls.
That's what I'm saying.
The one in Roosevelt Field Mall is gone.
Yeah. When I became an employee at Nike for Soho, and it's definitely a cult. A Nike cult exists, bro. Like, everybody working for Nike, like, they call it a Nike cult, 100%. Like, they locked in. But them taking Nike out of Roosevelt Mall, because we New Yorkers. This is more on Long Island. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like,
I agree. Roosevelt Field. They took it out. Why?
Yeah. They said that it wasn't making any money.
And shocking. So you're gonna Footlocker, which definitely promotes Nike to the max, even have Nike tech gear. You're now gonna cut back and do what? So you're gonna open up more Nike stores? That's my only question.
No, Nike's not gonna open more Nike stores. Nike wants their flagship stores to look lit. They need all of the Nike shoppers there, the consumers there, because one, it helps their bottom line, right? If they can sell their physical merchandise from their stores, it validates them keeping the stores open. Nike has a lot of actual employees, right? In terms of retail, to work at a Nike it sounds crazy to say this, it's like working for like a Louis, working for like a Gucci. Like, it's like considered high-end retail. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
I agree with that.
people who work at Nike feel like, you know, in that retail area, that this is high end and this is a career. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, you know, you go through a long orientation process. You got to fight to, you know, become permanent. Like becoming permanent at Nike is a big deal.
Okay.
Obviously, I didn't become permanent. They extended my contract because Nike's all about sports, right? So even your like how you were hired, like your contract is like kind of like what you expect like a pro athlete's contract to be, right? You get like a 10-day, you know,
Right.
3-month contract, whatever. One of my greatest experience working at Nike, though, I kind of got to learn like a different side of like retail space and what it means to work at a company that's so, you know, famous globally, right? The pay is good. You get paid a lot of money working Nike, and I can hold you more than any other retail store besides the high end, retail stores, which are still the hardest stores to work for. You know, companies to work for in retail is high end. Like,
of course.
To get a job in Gucci or Louis, like it's considered career changing, right? And then right underneath that is like working for Nike, working for like Adidas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Nike wants. Remember, they built that big flagship store in Midtown. It's like a 4-level store. They want you in their stores. You know, some of these retail giants, they want consumers there. You know, because it helps their analytics, let them know like what are the consumers buying, what are they waking up and traveling from their homes to our stores to purchase, and it kind of lets them know when it comes to product design, you know, what makes them, you know, purchase that item. You know, what is their driving cost. The number one selling item in Nike, still to this day, you know what it is, bro?
What is it?
Air Force Ones, my dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Air Force Ones, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Adidas, it's the shell top joints.
Yeah, of course, I'm sure.
Still, you know, I had an interview for Adidas. I almost got hired, but they ain't hired me because I used to be an ex-Nike employee. Crazy, but
you work for the enemy. That's what happens.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still I saw one of my boys at a party one time after I lost my Nike. My contract expired, and I had a full Adidas drip, right? And then I saw him, and he was full of his Nike swoosh gang drip. And your man looked at me like he's like grabbing my junk. He's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Shout out to you, DJ Messi. Shout out to you, my man. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, who still goes to stores to buy stuff? Like, it's funny you pulled that up. Like, I didn't even catch that. Like, I think Nike's drunk, but I mean, retail right now they are grabbing strings, bro. Like, they're trying to hold on for dear life on some cliffhanger wave, like before they fall off the cliff, bro. Because who really goes to stores and buy stuff? Like when it comes to clothes, anyway. Like, it's a very arduous task now. Like, you can't even use fitting rooms anymore. Why? Because of the pandemic. They keep them locked. You know what I mean? And even if they are available, you don't even want to go in them because you feel unsanitary, right? So I don't get it. That's a very intriguing report that you pulled up. I didn't even know that. Good shit.
Yeah. So because the reason I know it because I follow stocks and crypto, and Footlocker stock dropped substantially after Nike mentioned they're gonna cut back on the Footlocker stores. So I saw that, I was like, wow, I definitely got to check out that.
It's crazy though, because Footlocker, if you really break it down, who cares? Footlocker is they're middlemen. You don't need to go to Footlocker. Yeah, you don't need to go there. And you know what's crazy? If you go to Footlocker right now, any female worker that works at Footlocker, they think they are the littest thing in the world, bro.
Well, I agree. I agree with that.
They don't give you good customer service. This is the female employees. I'm not bashing women, but majority of retail, it is about 70% female employee base. Mm-hmm. And when you go to high-end stores or stores considered high-end in the retail level, female employees be giving you the cold shoulder. Like, who is you?
Maybe
Like,
you trying to talk to you. Maybe
I mean, I guess dudes try to holler, and that's all good and all, but you got to do a job, baby. You got to be customer friendly. Like, you know what I mean? You're not getting paid that much bread. Pause. Help people. Like, you are easily replaceable, John.
That goes for everybody. Everybody should help everybody. That's your job.
Yeah,
don't come to work upset. We get it.
Yeah, don't come to work thinking you hot, and you're not trying to help the customer who's helping you be able to have this job that in a tough job market you kind of need. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Correct. You know what I mean? I'm not looking down on nobody. I've worked in retail. You know what I mean? So I'm speaking from experience, B. Like,
as a buy too. So I totally get that.
Don't look down on people, bro. You need them people to buy stuff so that way you can get your incentives and hit your numbers and all that. So, like, come on, baby. That's crazy.
Correct. Now, on to the other topic. We're going to, because we talk about Nike. So Michael Jordan and Solana, the app part there, drops their first NFTs, which is the 6-ring NFT, which was selling for about 2.3 to 3.0 Sol a piece. Now, Solana is one of the top Ethereum competitors, especially comes in the space of NFTs. And for them to drop this Web3, well, they're making Web3. This is what their Air is all about. But for them to drop this awesome 6-ring NFT that only cost X amount Sol, 2.3, 3.0, is huge, right?
It's called 2.3 Sol?
No. That's not the cost. That's how much it cost.
That's how much it cost? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this NFT stuff.
So,
which is almost like $230 from what I saw in the article.
Yes, correct. So, I'm gonna pull that back up so I can show you exactly and break it down to you the actual pricing. Right?
I'm pretty sure you purchased this.
Solana price at this moment.
You purchased this, Ken?
Hold on, let's get to the price on this. So Solana is $88.65 right now. The day that we spoke about it, and it's up 578% for the year, by the way. But let's go to a day. So when we spoke, it was $92, so it definitely is down. When this came out, so $92 per Solana. So if you want to buy it for 2.3, you would have to pay, like you said, $221. I end up paying three Solanas, which I had because I do mine Solana. So I had some in my wallet. So I paid $276 for the Solana. Now,
in Solana. Oh yes, that's in Solana. Oh wow,
that's how much I paid for it when it came out that day. Now, as of right now, the price has doubled. I could see, as you can see, the original price is 2.3, but as of right now,
which color did you cop? I know you bought this.
So I get the collection here. So I'll show you the one that I copped in a minute. I copped the red bull with the black background. So this one. This is the one that I copped here.
Oh my god.
Now, if you look at this, it is now selling for 10.85 Solana. So I bought it for $270. Right now, if you do 10.85 times $88, is now selling for $954. If we minus my $270, if I sold mine right now, I make a profit of $684.
Now, where would you sell it? Where would you sell it?
On the same platform, on Magic Eden. So what's crazy about that is, what's really crazy about this is in a day's time. So I bought it yesterday, which was, 2 days ago, March 4th.
2 days ago, yeah, because you text me when you said you don't think about buying it.
I purchased one
2 days ago,
yeah. And as of right now, it's already, I can already make $600 something. So I'm not going to sell it right now. I'm definitely not going to sell it. But as you can see, people are selling rare ones for $2,030. So if we would do the math, okay, 2,332 Solana, which is times $88. Somebody is selling this one right here for $205,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Which one? The gold one?
Yes, this one right here. They're selling it for this much Solana. You take this, you multiply it by the price of Solana, which is $88 right now. And again, if they get it sold, that is selling it for $208,000. If this is being sold for 47 Sol, which is more reasonable, you're looking at 47 times $88. This will be sold for $4,000. So again, I definitely made my investment, and I definitely paid my 3 Sol, and now the price it's selling for is 10 Sols. Like I said, if I sold it today, in 2 days, I would make $684. Not selling it, not right now. I'm going to let it continue, let the hype build up.
I definitely feel the hype is going to build up during the playoffs.
Yeah. It might for sure.
Have you ever thought about getting like Top Shot, the NBA NFTs with the highlights?
I thought about that.
I think
about a bunch of
when I get my disposable income up, I'll probably give you money and I'll probably cop that.
Yeah, I'm also looking into making my own NFTs. So when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, we'll definitely have it on the show and the link for you guys to support. Try it out. Take a look.
How's the Voltron NFT going?
The price is still going up. I'm very happy about it. It's still doing its thing on the VV app. I'm going to do a video on VV.
And that's going to be on Tech Teddy?
Correct. I got a video on the new helium miner that finally came in, which is called Linksdot. Don't know where I put it right now, but came in the mail. I did post it on my Twitter account. Check it out. Well, like I said, I'll make the video. I'm doing about 3 crypto videos this week on crypto and how to make passive income at home. We could do that all day, but that is something to talk about, something to think about. And in my last discussion, or my last thing for this weekly show, will be that I saw Batman this evening.
So was it a perfect 10? Because I'm not able to see it.
I give it a 9 out of 10. That's just me. It gets a 9 out of 10 in my heart. Being a big Batman fan, it was phenomenal. I think Robert Pattinson did his job. I think, for no spoilers, guys, this movie is more about Batman than Bruce Wayne. I think we saw Bruce Wayne like 3 times. This is strictly about Batman. Selena Kyle, she did a great job too. Catwoman's in here. We have Penguin, as you know, and the Riddler. But it's more of a noir style Batman. So Riddler was perfect for that type. So, throughout the whole movie, which is strictly, there's no slow parts. It's strictly Batman. It's like, it's straight to the point. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We're trying to figure out what Riddler's doing. And you're on this roller coaster with Batman. And it shows the darkness of Gotham. It shows the pain that Bruce is dealing with. It shows a Batman that doesn't give a shit about anything but pounding the shit out of people. I mean, the opening scene alone in this film was crazy. So it already set the tone for what this movie is going to be about. The opening scene when you first see Batman was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm not making spoilers. Yeah, I'm just saying it embodies what Batman really is, and I said, "Wow!" And this is just straight him talking, like narrating Gotham and what he is. Seeing those scenes, I was just like, "Yeah, this is better." So, 3 hours is too long. That's my problem.
Whoa, that's OD, bro.
Yeah, 3 hours is too long. That's why I give it a 9. If it wasn't 3 hours, it'll get a 10. If it was 2.5, I'd give it a 10. 2 hours, I get a 10. 3 hours, nah, you get a 9. To sit in the theater, whether you're comfortable or not, I saw it in IMAX, so definitely loud, everything's going. But I really, really strongly believe they could have cut it down a little bit. I know they're setting up for future Batman movies. I don't know if it's going to be part of DCEU. I mean, I know there's multiple Earths, so maybe, but I think Robert Pattinson's great. I think our boy who played Martin Luther King and also
Jeffrey
played
Wright.
Yes, and Bernard, right? And he is a phenomenal Gordon, Jim Gordon. Hands down, him and Robert Pattinson chemistry is awesome. Same thing with Zoe Kravitz. She's an awesome Catwoman. So I do give you props on your call. I still like Michelle Pfeiffer better, but Zoe Kravitz definitely did a great job.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? I forgot all about Hathaway. She was a Catwoman, wasn't she?
Anne Hathaway, but it's just
yeah.
She felt like Anne Hathaway as Catwoman wasn't bad. She embodied the character, but it just
the fact that I forgot.
Yeah, her performance wasn't. She didn't do anything that stood out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The fact that I forgot
she was just a part of.
Catwoman.
She was just a part of the trilogy.
Part of it. Yeah. The fact that I forgot she was Catwoman. I'm not even
like nobody forgot about Bane. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody know. You know he killed it.
Right.
As Bane. You know what I'm saying?
And I think Uma Thurman is still the best Poison Ivy. So
I forgot about Uma Thurman.
Yeah, she did a great job for that. But there was no Poison Ivy in this film, guys. So don't worry about that.
I was about to say like
yeah.
I hate Poison Ivy's character though. Like in Batman, I just hated her, bro. Like,
I didn't spoil.
Every time Batman fought Poison Ivy in the animated series, I used to be pissed. I'm like, Poison Ivy episode. God damn, he's about to fight plants.
Plants, yeah, I know.
Oh, she was bad and all, but it's like,
boring. But this movie was great, and I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not saying anything more. Great movie. Check it out. Too long, 100%. I wish it was like 2 hours and a half.
What about the trailers? Any fly trailers?
No, same thing that we spoke about before. We saw DCEU talking about, Black Adam, Flash. I hope those movies really come out and be great. We saw Jurassic Park, the end of Jurassic World, that trailer that came out. Yeah. They also did one for, the multi-movie, Doctor Strange. We saw that trailer again, of course. And that's really it. No, there wasn't no new trailers here, unlike when I saw Uncharted, that one trailer I sent you for the next.
How did Young God take it?
He didn't see it. He didn't want to see it. But he said that he...
Wait.
Let me rephrase it. I asked him, he said, he said, yeah, Dad, sure, I'll see it. But I basically took him to see his mom today because she lives in Jersey. So I took him there first. So I ended up going to the movies and let him
have his fun.
Let him sit with his mom. The plan is Brian is a big Batman fan too. So if Brian and his son wants to see it this week, me, him, and AJ and his son will go see it. I'll see it for a second time.
Okay.
But it's just, I don't think it's for the kids. I don't think this movie's for the kids, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the kids, bro.
I don't think it is.
100% not for the kids.
It's crazy. Uncharted, I think, was more of a movie
that's
for the kids.
All about the kids.
Yeah, that's a better movie for the kids than this one. But like I said,
it's not for the kids, bro.
No, it's not. It is brutal. It is dark. It is not exciting at all. So the kids are not, like a Marvel movie or
Marvel
Shazam.
Kids, for sure.
This is none of that, guys. None.
Sure.
Do not expect that.
Even Doctor Strange, which is not really for the kids.
But even that, I think, is more so the kids can see that.
The kids can watch it still too.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, those are my takes, and I took almost half of the show to talk about it.
Just gotta give a big, black moment tonight live. If you didn't watch Duke versus North Carolina, Hubert Davis did the greatest thing I've ever seen. An African American head coach do in one of the greatest moments of all time versus an equally great, Caucasian coach and Coach K. Great coach. Not taking nothing away from him. But tonight was his moment. Ken doesn't watch sports on a collegiate level like how I do. But I'll paint a picture real quick. It's all over Twitter. Duke and North Carolina play each other. One of the greatest college basketball rivalries of all time.
Okay.
It's in camera indoor stadium. It is Coach K's last home game for the college regular season of basketball before they go into March Madness, which is coming up. North Carolina versus Duke, so it's the last game. North Carolina's in Cameron. Again, It's the curtain call game. They had 96 former pro players who played on Duke come to watch the game. 96.
Okay.
Kyler Murray was even there, and Dirk Nowitzki. It's the name of you, right? Hubert Davis got some pushback when he became head coach of North Carolina when they got passed down for him from Roy Williams. Roy Williams, another great coach, great man as well. Shouts to you for letting Hubert step in your shoes after you retire. You know, it's the first African-American coach to coach a major D1 school in North Carolina, as well as powerhouse schools, powerhouse programs. So Hubert Davis versus Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. Okay, this is his moment. Okay, he is an elite coach, elite in the sports covenant. Okay, this is his time. Duke cannot lose this game. This is the one game Duke cannot lose. And Hubert Davis goes into Cameron Indoor Stadium and beat Coach K for his last home game before he retires, joint. With the same starting lineup from opening tip till end of regulation, bro. It's the first time I ever seen, I don't know the record or the stats about it, but he made 0 substitutions the entire game, bro.
What?
He did not substitute any of the starting 5 players from opening tip till end of regulation to beat the Duke Blue Devils in Cameron Indoor Stadium. It was so greased. They came back in the second half. They took the lead after 8-9 minutes, 8-9 minute mark, and they never looked back, bro. And they ended up having a double-digit victory. It was so deflating for Coach K that in his commemorate speech at the end of the game, we stand up in the middle of the stadium and talks to the whole crowd and they do their whole ritual. He said it was a disgrace. He said it's unacceptable. He said disgrace. He said it was unacceptable, and he had to point it out. And he was getting some pushback from the crowd. He's like, no. He's like, let me talk. He's like, we don't do this here. It's unacceptable. That's how mad he was. Damn. So shouts to Hubert Davis for seizing the moment and letting UNC get that last laugh on Coach K's curtain call game before he retires.
That's bananas.
He could never. Out of all the national championship games he won, ACC tournament championship games and all that. This is the one game, even though they had those same stakes, that he had to have. He wanted this game, and Hubert denied him. Black man coming and shut his ass down. So yeah, when this joint ends, just check the Twitter, check ESPN, watch those highlights, man. Great game. One of the best games I ever saw in terms of a head coach performance. Shouts to Hubert Davis, bro. Shouts to UNC, man. I know Michael Jordan sitting back smiling right now, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, that's all I got. I mean, I was gonna talk about the EVs. All I'm gonna say is this, B. EV cars is blowing up out here, B. That's right. They leaving them plugged in and they're catching fire. They're not talking about it, B. So
that's
again,
crazy.
Reviews audience, Google electric vehicle fire combustion joint. Spontaneous combustion. That's right. EV fire spontaneous combustion. Yes, literally. Yeah, because there's a certain formula in a lithium battery component that if it's mixed a certain way based on when it's charging, it just immediately becomes incendiary. Yeah. And the way the batteries are so packed and tight due to the manufacturing to make all these cars so streamlined, there's no room, there's no air. You know what I'm saying? It's vacuum sealed. So you know what that means. And then the problem for the firemen and firewomen, you can't put out the fire for an electric vehicle like you can for any gas-burning vehicle. Why? Cannot. Because it's sealed.
Yeah.
The components are sealed.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It literally takes 3 to 4 hours just to put out one fire for an electric vehicle, bro.
That's crazy.
And the problem is, a lot of these electric vehicle charging stations are indoor. Yes, they have outdoor versions, but like in certain cities, like especially these big tech companies, they have like these indoor garages. You know the wave, and a lot of these cars be parked next to each other. So there's also the domino effect of this spontaneous fire combustion, because if your car busts in flames randomly, and even the next car, if it's not an EV or if it's a gas, whatever car it is, they're going to be suspect to catching fire and going ablaze as well.
Yes.
So the problem is now they have videos of like, even in the manufacturer parking lots, when they spontaneously combust, like the danger factor is at like 100% level, because it literally lights up the rest of the cars like instantly, bro. That we're not even in any adverse effect in terms of them being spontaneously combusting. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And the EV car manufacturing community are trying to keep this so quiet, bro.
They have to, bro. They have to.
You know what I'm saying? And this is why Elon Musk is getting out the game. People don't know that. This is why he's really trying to pull out.
SpaceX. He's trying to get in that SpaceX.
He's just trying to focus on the rockets now. Yeah, focus on Mars, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? This is a huge problem for the EV, because the lithium battery technology that they have is the only technology that they have in terms of mass production. They have other variants in terms of how to mass produce these EV car in terms of lithium components. But when they start advancing to the lithium component level, the cost of producing an EV becomes what? Too expensive on the mass production level, John.
That makes sense.
Which will then rise the price of the EVs. Because right now, if you want to buy EV, it's like you're not thinking about cost, because it's cheap. Right.
It's inexpensive.
Yeah. But to produce premium EVs to avoid this spontaneous fire combustion is going to cost more money. And that's going to be the new advent of issues as we get further along in the year 2022. Definitely by 2023, this is going to be a huge public nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, I know EVs are getting bigger because especially gas prices bananas right now due to what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. So I could see this being a big issue. They're just blowing up. Speaking of car manufacturers, if you haven't watched, I have. It's hilarious. So I used to watch a show called Superstore, which was about.
Oh yeah, I heard it's a good show.
It was hilarious. It was great. I'm mad that it canceled, but the creators of that created a new show this year called American Auto. So it's about the auto industry. Yeah. It is hilarious.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Please watch that, bro. It is hilarious. So like you talked about it, I just thought about the episode on that show.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And of course, the next issue is EV charging stations. There's not enough of them.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's still very boutique. You know what I'm saying? And specialized based on where you work, who you work for, and where you reside. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you live in the hood and you own a Tesla, which you can potentially own now because it's not like how it was 6-7 years ago, where it's like considered like a new thing. Yeah. Where are you going to charge it? You can't just only charge it at your home.
Like even here in the garage we have in this downstairs.
Yeah, your condo. There's no in your.
I don't see any. So unless it's in the backpack, I don't see any. I'll ask them because I'm intrigued now based on this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should ask them tomorrow if there is.
It's crazy, bro. And then now too, you have people who at EV charging stations. There's a lot of like issues of people like get into arguments, fighting. People just hogging the stations. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So that's all I had. I saw that in passing. On my research. But wow, the Nike situation, I did not know that. That was crazy. Footlocker is going to be deleted. It's basically not going to be no more Footlockers by the time June hits.
Unless Footlocker comes up with something else. Unless Footlocker has something else to put. Unless Footlocker said we're going to go in the metaverse. So let's Footlocker do something completely different. I agree with you, but we'll see. I don't think Footlocker's going to just disappear. Footlocker sells a lot more things. Majority is Nike. That's the bad part of it. But we'll see what happens. Footlocker. They go out of business is a problem. There's a lot of Footlockers, you understand? So we'll see.
It's a lot of it's not good for in terms of people who need jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure.
Correct. So we'll see how that goes. But ladies and gentlemen, this is our time. Thanks for our weekly show. Again, thanks to all the subscribers, all the fans, everybody.
Thanks for love, man.
Yeah, we got all the stuff coming. Ain't stopping. Peace.
Salute.